Hi guys. Sometimes when people make comments about my hair, they'll say to me, "Oh, I like your locks, but I've noticed that you don't have a frizz issue." Do I have a frizz issue? It's different types of frizz. You have frizz at the base, and then you have frizz along the length of the lock. Along the length of the locks, I don't have any frizz, or I've gotten used to it that it doesn't bother me anymore. I'm going to say like 8 years ago, I used to shave down the shaft of my lock in order to get it to be smooth and smooth from little tufts of hair sticking out. Now I have massive tufts on the side of my hair. My hair is just a frizzy type. Interlocked locks behave a little differently than traditionally palm rolled locks. Palm rolled locks, a lot of the time they're using a product or something to mold and shape the lock into a cylindrical form, whereas interlocking, you are weaving, you are twisting up the hair, crocheting the hair into a cylindrical form in order to, depending on what pattern, because you have different types of locks out there, depending on the pattern, in order to shape the hair into a lock. Now, as you know, I have Sisterlocks. These are interlocked locks. They're going to be frizzier, just naturally compared to palm rolled locks. Certain type of locks look very polished because you don't see the frizz, or people who have interlock locks may gel down or just live with the frizz. I see gorgeous, wonderful updos, and the top is just polished and nice, and then at the bottom you'll see tufts of hair sticking out, and it's like a halo. You can go to work like this, it's not an issue. But for those who are super polished and just want that pristine, ultimate, clean, highly groomed look, there's ways to eliminate the frizz temporarily. I'm not talking about shaving down the shaft of the lock, I'm talking about at the base. All right, what you're gonna need is some argan oil, 100%. Now, this oil is you have so many oils out there, they each do their specific thing. They have their pros, they have their cons. I like this oil for smoothening the halo of fuzz. I do not use this as a moisturizing oil. If you have gray hairs, it'll help smoothen the gray hair because gray hairs are kind of unruly compared to your naturally colored hair. When I say naturally colored, meaning the hair color that you were born with. The hair color you were born with. It behaves different than the hair that turns gray. Now, when you have gray hairs, you put this oil on it, it will smoothen and help coax the gray hairs down because gray hairs like to stand up and do their own thing. Even when you're having the locks, they will stick up out of the lock. Now, if your whole head is gray and you're locking, then all of the hair is behaving in the same way because they don't have any pigment in it. I digress. The fuzz. We want to just neaten this up. So you have your beautiful hairdo, whether it could just be freeform, and you want a smooth silhouette. We are going to spritz our hair with water. We're going to need a head tie, scarf for some, and you're going to need the argan oil. Oh, some people have hairs that lie down here. This is the max that it grows. It's little short baby hairs. And the baby hairs have the tendency to curl up and stand up on the head. Nothing wrong with that. You're going to spritz it with water and you're going to just groom it in the direction you like it to go. And when you get your head tie, you're going to press it into position. My hair is going up, so see the halo of fuzz? We're going to smoothen it up. We're going to spritz. You're going to put some argan oil in the palm of your hands. Show you what it looks like. You're going to rub your hands together. And you're just going to smoothen it on your hair or press it into place. Just the oil. You can press or rub. It's on you. The hair is damp. Get your head tie. Whatever direction you want the hair to smoothen out to, that's how you're going to press it into position. That's pressed into position. Notice I'm not putting it on then sliding the head tie back or off. It's pressed into position. I keep it that way and I leave this on for 5-10 minutes. You finish put on your makeup, finish getting dressed. When you're done, you're gonna take it off. Okay guys, time for the big reveal. I left this head tie on for like, I'd say 7 to 10 minutes, and here we go. That's it, smooth. Now, I said this is temporary, and the reason why it's temporary is because if you go outside and there's a lot of humidity, after a while your hair is going to stand up. That's just what it does. That's just its nature when moisture hits it. I like this oil. I use it as a smoothing oil. I don't use it as a conditioning oil because I've noticed that when I put it inside my scalp as a conditioning oil, it smoothens out the lock to the extent that I find that the kink, the coil, or the wave of the hair is not sufficient enough to hold my lock up. To me, imagine having your locks and you relax the roots. No, that's not a relaxing oil. Well, you can say it smoothens out the kink and the coil, but it's so smooth. It makes my lock so slippery and smooth that the hair strands individually, I think it compromises the integrity of my locks, and I don't like that feeling. I like my hair to be bushy, a little bit bunchy, coily at the base, so when it's retightened, it has some oomph to it, some stability. This is great for the perimeter of your hair. Everybody has a different hair texture and responds to different oils. And you have different oils that work to do specific things. Argan oil is a smoothing oil. So, get rid of your frizz for that polished super look if you are that type. And let me know how it works out for you. You gotta feel your best in your hairstyle. Some people have frizz, it doesn't, matter. Some people have no frizz, and it's a big thing to them to not have frizz. At the end of the day, you gotta do what resonates with you. Trust your beauty and own it. Peace.